Hello everybody, my name is InsideAKY. I'm a retired general, Lieutenant Colonel, the Air Force, the Navy SEALs, the right hand to Hitler, the Black Ops, and the most important, long, lasan, ilaichi. So let's start the tutorials. So we are going to do 3 effects. The first effect that we are going to do is the background flicker effect. So for this effect you need to take 2 cameras and set them up side by side. Now ask your actor to do whatever the hell he wants to and shoot the video with those 2 cameras. Coming to the editing part, first of all you need to import your videos into Premiere Pro. Once you brought the videos, you need to create a new sequence. Now add your first video on the first layer and the second video on the second layer. Now bring down the opacity of the top video to 50% or less. After that, match the 2 videos by sliding the top video left or right accordingly. Once you've done that, adjust the position of the top video according to the bottom video. For this video, I'm using the goggles as the reference point to which I will be matching both of the footage. Once you've done this, bring the opacity of the top video back to 100%. After that, take the playback slider to the initial point and hit the arrow key 3 times. This will take you 3 frames forward. After that, take the razor tool whose shortcut is C and cut the top video. Repeat the same after every 3 frames. Once you've done that, you need to select the alternative parts of the top video and delete them. Before we go further, I want to tell you something very important. You need to save your project frequently, for which you need to press Ctrl S, which are 2 keys of life, which means do keys zindagi ki, from which I remember this actor who copies my style in an advertisement and says do boond zindagi ki. The same actor also does another video for an Indian state saying kuch din to guzaro Gujarat mein. So I went to Gujarat to meet some of my old friends. But that's another topic. Let's get back to the tutorial. Once you've done all this, you'll get something like this.
भाई हाँ भाई बैकग्राउंड हिल रहा है, हाँ भाई हिल रहा है, मस्त लग रहा है ना, अल्टीमेट भाई अल्टीमेट, मज़ा आ गया कसम से.
So after the first effect, the second effect that we are going to do is the body remains the still, the background remains the still, but the only thing that moves is the mouth. So for this effect,
You need to have 2 things. First, a photo of your actor, and secondly, you need to capture his video speaking whatever you want him to speak. You can keep your hand as a reference so that his face stays still. So after you've shot the photo and the video, the second thing that you need to do is to edit your video. As you see, I had to shoot this video in front of my house because I was short on time due to some meeting with some world leaders and signing some autographs for some of my fans. But that's another topic. Let's get back to the editing. So bring your files in Photoshop and select your character using any selection tool. Here I'm using the pen tool. So once you have selected your character, mask that layer. Now save the Photoshop file anywhere in your computer. Now open the Photoshop file into After Effects. After that, create a new composition. Now drop your files into that composition. As you can see, I've changed the background of the photo. Also, I've selected different parts of the background to create a parallax effect. Now bring the video of your character in which he's speaking whatever he's speaking into After Effects. Now keep this video on top of your character's layer. So the first thing that you need to do to this video is stabilize the motion, cause there will be a little bit movement in the face of your character. So for that we will go to stabilize motion and select the area between the eyebrows. Now we'll hit analyze forward and the software will calculate the motion of the face. Once you've done that, hit apply. Now your face has been stabilized. After that you need to scale and transform the video and match the face of the character. For this you can lower the opacity of the video and match the video and the photo accordingly. Once you've done that, bring back the opacity to 100%. Now mask the face of your character from the top layer and feather the mask. Now set all your layers to 3D layers and create a new camera. After that, parent the face video to the character's layer. Now move your layers in 3D space according to their position. The character will be in front and all the layers will be at the back at different distances. Now go to the camera transformations and set a keyframe on the point of interest and the position of the camera. Now go forward in time and give the camera some motion. You can also switch on the depth of field of your camera to get background blur. The magic. From background blur, I remember a little story. I was shooting for a video and some kids came to me with their newly bought DSLR camera and they asked me, भैया इसमें पिक्चर ब्लर कैसे होगा? देखो मैंने नया DSLR लिया है भैया. Now the parents are searching for them. So that's a different story. Coming back to the tutorial. Now you need to add an adjustment layer on top of all the layers. Now add a hue saturation effect to the adjustment layer and decrease the saturation to 0. Once you do all these steps, your video will look something like this.
चड्ढा समझाओ इसे, समझाओ। ऐसे खिलौने बाजार में बहुत बिकते हैं, मगर इसे खेलने के लिए जो जिगर चाहिए ना, वो दुनिया के किसी बाजार में नहीं बिकता। मर्द उसे लेकर पैदा होता है, और जब ये 2.5 किलो का हाथ किसी पर पड़ता है ना, तो आदमी उठता नहीं, उठ जाता है।
So now the last effect that we're going to do is the zoom out, from the zoom out, from the zoom out, from the zoom out, from the effect. So for this effect, you need to shoot some videos, something like this. You can use any object or a frame in the video so that you can zoom out from that frame or that thing. Now bring your videos into After Effects. Create a new composition and place the first video into the composition. After that, select the second video and place it at the end of the first video. Place your video where you want to start the transition. Now create a mask over the object from which you want the transition to happen. Once you've done that, set your mask to none and give it some keyframes and track the motion of your object. Now set your mask to subtract so that we can see the layer below from our mask. Now go to the start of the top video and increase the scale so that it goes out of frame. Now set a keyframe on the scale and the position of the top video. Go forward in time and bring the scale down to around 100%. Once you've done that, go to the starting of the second video and parent the layer below to the top layer. As you can see, the first layer is changing its properties according to the second layer. Now go to the start of the second video and set a keyframe on the position, scale and rotation of the lower video. Now go forward in time and adjust the properties of the layer below according to the top layer. Once you've done that, click the motion blur option in the composition and on the layers. And once you do all this magic, this is what you get.
This is a Panchkola वीडियो तो देख ही जा, इनसाइड के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब तो कर ही जा.
Hey Bobby Punch, did you subscribe to the channel?
Yes man, I did.
Did you press the bell icon?
No man.
Kill him. So everybody, the tutorial ends right here. Let me know what you think about these photos. If you think that these photos are real, type in the comment section below. Sahi khel gaya. But if you think that these photos are edited, type in the comment section. Humse kheloge. Also, if you get any information about those missing kids, please let the parents know about it. So everybody, this was all for this tutorial. Subscribe to the channel and like this video. And until then, I just want to say one thing to each and every one of you, and that is
सबको दमा है दमा. अच्छा स्टाइल है.